scared out of me. They don't want a faggot in the family.
What if I were to tell you that God is a social construct?
Wow, that is impressive. That's beautiful.
I am so excited. It premieres on April 3rd at the Delancey Theater at 7 p.m. and we have a little bit of a reception for about an hour, and then the film starts. So every time I see this trailer, and there's actually a second one that just came out that you can see on Facebook and MySpace and all those other places, but I am very excited about it. I'm nervous, but it's a joy nervousness, you know, so I like that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I can hardly wait to see the whole piece. Man, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So how did it evolve? Did you come up with the idea?
Well, I didn't. I actually met the producer or director, Amir Jaffer, through another Heclina connection. He filmed a show that was at Tranny Shack. It was a tribute to Nikki Starr, who is a drag legend here in town, and I happened to perform. That was the very first time I had ever performed drag on stage, was at that show, and he was filming it, and afterwards he got a hold of me and said, "You look very good on camera. I would like to work with you someday." And a couple years later, here we are.
That's just great.
So
very unusual, I think, too. I mean,
I think so, just
hard.
because there was another drag person in the movie by the name of Alexis Miranda, who was a past Empress here of San Francisco, and I think our characters are extremely strong. I think people who have one idea of what drag or transsexuals are, or however you want to label us, they're going to walk away with something a lot different, because I think the artistic part of what we do will definitely come out in the film. I think she does a very strong performance, and I hope people will find mine very strong as well. My character is an African-American man to female in transition, and was a prostitute on the streets, and actually left that life, not so much probably because of what she did, but because of what the stigmas behind it and all the prejudice of what she did and who she was around that, only to find out that the same things lied within the other world she went into, from her church, her family, her friends, even her boyfriend, who is on the down low, sort of the down low. And yeah, he won't introduce her to his friends, his family, and yet wants to live with her and make a life with her, but it would be one of seclusion. So, there's a lot of issues in there. She has a very strong religious religious background and faith that prevents her from probably moving forward faster. But it's a good film. I'm
well, it
really
sounds
proud
like
of
a
it.
wonderful story, and it sounds so timely right now.
Yeah,
oh
it does. It really does.
So I can hardly wait to see it. Now it premieres the 3rd of April at the Delancey Theater. Now is that at the Delancey Foundation over on the waterfront
area? It is.
Area?
They have a screening room in that beautiful.
Oh, it must be
isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Building is beautiful, and they have a screening room that seats about 130 people, I think it is.
Wow.
And Amir has used that room to premiere other movies. So. We're very, very pleased that we have that facility. It's right on Embarcadero and Brannan.
Well, again, I can hardly wait to see it, and but let's talk about what else you're doing now. I mean, my God, you're busy.
Do we have enough time?
I'm going to ask you to just shoot it out. You know?
Do we have enough time to do all that? I've been very fortunate, and I've been blessed that within, it'll be 3 years in October that I've been doing drag, and I never in a million years would have thought that I would be where I am today, which is actually I do it full time. I quit my job to do this back in April. It'll be a year ago, but I had to in order to continue to do some of the things that I wanted to do. I had to make that decision. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Because I couldn't do both. They were kind of combating amongst one another. But I have a lot of things going on. I try and do as much as I can for charity. I just got, before I came here, I just got an email from Precious Moments, and everybody remembers her.
Oh, yeah, the wonderful one and only Precious.
We did Love 101 for the Harvey Milk Academy a few months back.
Yeah,
I remember
reading about that.
And there were a group of us who did it, and we're bringing that back on April 17th. So that's new, that's fresh. April 17th, again, over at Harvey Milk Academy as a fundraiser for them, and it was a wonderful experience. So it's things like that that I try to continue to do as much as I can. And I work, I'm a past Miss Gay, San Francisco, so I work with the Imperial Court and also work with the Ducal Court. I've done some stuff for the Bare Chest Calendar. AIDS Housing Alliance is probably the organizations that I work the most for. I used to be Miss Desperate Diva for them, and I do we host a fundraiser over at the Bar on Castro on Church every third Saturday from 6 to 9, and that's a fundraising opportunity for them. We have girls performing and just a lot of fun.
Now that's the AIDS Housing Alliance?
That's
correct.
Brian
Basinger.
That is correct.
That is really a major contributor to a lot of great things in San Francisco.
Definitely, and so I'm happy to be a part of that and to lend my talents or whatever about that.
Well,
so
let me ask you a couple of more questions while we're on this topic.
Sure.
I know you do some things at the Lookout. I know you do them at the Mix, and I believe you do them at Chemo's.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about those three venues, when you're there and what the thrust are.
Well, the Lookout, I'm there every Wednesday, and I do a trivia night there called Brain Farts.
I love it.
And I do that with my dear friend and co-hostess, Pollo Del Mar, who's the reigning Miss Tranny Shack. And she calls herself, and I think we all do, the queen of San Francisco media. So I do that show with her from 8 to 10. And then on Thursdays, every Thursday, I do a show called The Gay Dating Game. And it's just like the old 70s show, except for we have all men up there trying to get dates with one another. And it's also a fundraiser for various organizations. I use it as a monthly type of thing, 4 shows, and then we raise money for one organization during that month.
That's fantastic.
And it's wonderful.
And then we got Chemo's.
Yeah, we do Chemo's.
You know what? We've got a live caller.
Oh, we do. No, we do
Hello,
not.
caller. Do you have a question? Hello, caller.
Yes, I just wanted to tell you.
You have a question for Bebe? Question for Bebe? I think we're losing you. Thank you.
Oh.
We're very sorry.
I'm gone. And then at Chemo's, my BFF, my best friend for life, is